Hello everyone, and welcome back. Tonight's video is going to be a simple hair brushing video and chatting with you. So I'm going to chat about my weekend. Okay, but first I need to get my hair down. Let's put these over here. Get my hair out of this ponytail. Okay, and I've got my brush, a paddle brush. So this past weekend I was traveling. I went to Philadelphia, or Philly, for the first time. Yeah, I don't think I ever went there as a child, so I think first time in Philadelphia, and I went to visit a friend. He actually doesn't live there anymore. He lives in New York, but he lived there for 3 years, I think, and moved about 1.5 years ago. And his boyfriend did live there for 7 years, and then he moved, I'm not sure how many years ago, a couple of years I think. So they both know the city pretty well, and the reason we went there was because he is an art curator, and although he has now moved, he worked at the Philadelphia Art Museum for 3 years, and he was involved in curating a show. So I wanted to see his work, see what he curated, and congratulate him on his hard work. So he, the curator, is one of my best friends from high school. My best friend in general, but we met in high school, and our other best friend was also from high school, and so the three of us meet up as often as we can, and also significant others come along. So in total there were 5 of us. Let's see, Friday night I arrived in Philadelphia. We were staying at an Airbnb. I don't love Airbnb, but it's nice when you have enough people to rent an entire house. Otherwise, I think renting a room is a little weird, and yeah, but we had the whole house to ourselves, which was nice. Our other friends were getting in really late, so the 3 of us had pizza, and I'd never done this before. They cracked an egg on top of the pizza and sort of swirled it around so it sort of cooked on the pizza. It was really good. But I love eggs, so pretty much anytime there's food that adds an egg, I'm all about it. And then their flight didn't get in until like midnight, so the 3 of us were really sleepy, but we didn't want to fall asleep So we ended up watching Star Trek. We watched a really bad episode of The Next Generation. It was from the first season, which, if you love Star Trek like me, you know is not their best. We also watched the original series and an episode of Deep Space Nine. But one of my friends is currently watching Voyager for the first time, so we couldn't watch that. We didn't want to spoil anything for him. The next day, after going to bed so late, well, late for me, it was after midnight. I never stay up that late. We got brunch at a Mexican restaurant. I got chilaquiles, which is sort of like maybe a casserole made of corn chips. I'm not really sure. It's a lot of like corn tortilla chips and salsa verde, and there was chorizo and queso fresca and peppers, jalapenos, and they were so spicy but also like pickled and so really juicy. They were really good peppers. Let's see. After that, we went to the Rodin Museum. So this is a different museum than where my friend worked. It's dedicated to one artist, so it's just one beautiful but small building full of sculptures from the French artist Rodin. I think he was a contemporary of the Impressionists, but he's really only known for his sculpture. And it's sort of what the Impressionists did for painting, he did for sculpture. So his sculptures are less about being entirely physically accurate and more about expression and the impression that you get from his work. So he has a lot of creepy ones, actually, and some ones that were very scandalous at the time. So from there we walked toward the center of town. We ended up at a Christmas market that was bustling. Now, it was a Saturday, but there were so many people, it was kind of overwhelming. There was live music and food and drinks and all sorts of stalls, like temporary stalls that were put up outside. And these were, I didn't buy anything. I was kind of overwhelmed by how many people were there. There was also a carousel in the center courtyard of, I think it's a government building. So I don't remember which building, but we walked all around there. And from there we went to the Reading Market and we got Philly cheesesteaks. Although I guess traditionally you're supposed to get Cheese Whiz on your Philly cheesesteak, and I went for provolone, so I didn't quite get the traditional Philly cheesesteak. From there we walked to the Liberty Bell. So I posted a picture on, oh no I didn't. I meant to. I tried to post a picture on Instagram of the bell, but I think it didn't go through. But I did see the Liberty Bell right before it closed, just in under the wire. Declaration of Independence was signed. So, and then we also saw like 100 parks. Philadelphia has so many parks, and it's really walkable. So that day, I think we walked over 8 miles just around the city. It's very flat, which makes it easier. We went to dinner at a place called Dandelion. Dandelion, how cute is that? Dandelion. And it was sort of a traditional English pub. It wasn't really, I mean, it was more upscale than a pub, I would say. But I did get fish and chips. Well, I don't eat chips, so I got fish and I gave my chips away. Oh, I also ate rabbit. This, it's spelled rarebit, but they pronounce it rabbit, and so we had an argument over whether there was an American pronunciation of it. But it's essentially just toasted bread with cheese and mustard, and I love all 3 of those things. It's not rabbit. It's rabbit. Let's see. Then we went, and I think we walked home from there. Yeah, I'm not sure we did anything after that. It was a long day. It was wonderful. Let's see. So Sunday was the last day, and that's when we went to the museum. And so the Philadelphia Museum of Art, or PMA, is it's really big, and it actually has more than one building, which is shocking because the actual building is so big. But you might recognize it because it was made famous in the movie Rocky, or maybe Rocky 2, I don't know, but the titular character, Rocky, runs up the steps, so I think it was a famous scene. I've never seen it, but he runs up the steps of the museum, and it's the PMA, the Philadelphia Museum of Art. And so we spent the morning in the big building, which is where all the permanent collections are, and the top floor has this really cool setup where you enter rooms, and the whole room is like a transformation. And so we entered a room that was made to be a Japanese courtyard, and they've taken actual architecture from different places and put it in the room. And so in one room they had purchased the roof of a Chinese temple, and they just transplanted the entire roof or ceiling onto the ceiling of this room, and then you walk in and it's like you're in China and you're in this temple. And so that was really cool. It helps you also experience the art in a more natural way, where it feels like you're in the place where the art was made for, where it was originally meant to be. And then of course they had ones for Western places too, so different drawing rooms, so lots of like French style rooms from Versailles or wherever. So it was cool to walk through these rooms and see what it would have been like to visit one of these temples or monasteries or palaces or country homes in that place during that time, and also see the art that they had on their walls or displayed, and the furniture as well. So that's a really cool thing that the PMA does. I'm not sure I've ever been anywhere that had such an extensive collection of places like that. So that was cool. And then the exhibit that my friend curated was in a smaller building across the street. And his exhibit was modern, so he does more like modern materials, modern art, but more like decorative arts or things that people interact with. So in this case, it was featuring Dieter Rams, who's a designer, and he designed he designed some furniture, but also like appliances, TVs and sound systems, and all sorts of little things, blenders, lots of things in your kitchen, but also lots of electronics. And so he designed how they would look, and through this he really influenced what our day-to-day looks like in terms of what we use and how we use it. So that was really cool. And the funny thing is, if you go to an art museum, you can read all the signs and learn about the art. But in this case, my friend had written all of those. So it was funny knowing the person who had done all the writing and put it all together. And of course, having an expert in the room is always very cool. It's really cool to know such interesting people who have interests that are very different from my own and can teach me lots of stuff and get me interested in things I never would have even thought about. So I really appreciate that. It's funny, most of my friends are scientists, although in all different fields. So there were 5 of us this weekend. There was, of course, my friend the curator, and his boyfriend has a PhD in computer science. And then my other friend she has a master's in rangeland ecology, so she works with like conservation efforts. And then her husband has a PhD in agriculture. And so, and then of course my PhD is in neuroscience. So, all very different interests, and I've learned a lot from my friends, which I think is really wonderful. It's the best. I'm always excited to meet someone that I can learn from. So, it's really, it was just really wonderful seeing the culmination of my friend's work this weekend. And of course, visiting a new city and seeing my friends. So, I hope all of you had a good weekend, and we'll have many more good weekends to come. I will say,